we'll open up with the Entropy Center, which is a game that's been dropping some previews, and unashamedly, this is very much from my understanding and watching the trailers and stuff. It is Portal. It's basically Portal 3 by another name.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
I'm going to kick it to Sarah first because I can imagine Sarah does a really good GLaDOS voice from the original Portal series. What are you a Portal fan, and are you looking forward to
Absolutely.
Entropy?
Yeah. I love Portal. I mean, I was a latecomer to the series, but I absolutely love it. I love the sassiness of GLaDOS. I have like a kind of version of her in my gaming reel. So if you go to my website, sarahlineham.com, you can listen to that. And cast me in the next game. But yeah, it looks so cool. I love that they it's like a love letter to Portal, but is like it's still got its own kind of
Yeah.
style to it as well. I love that the gun is what's speaking to you like throughout the game, and it's got such a cute little face. Its little face when it talks to you, and it's not really sassy like GLaDOS. It's like chirpy, but in a like, oh, we're all just a little bit shit, aren't we? In that kind of way. And it's really fun. And
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that it's not, yeah, it's taking inspiration and it's turning into its own game. And I'm very excited for this. It looks super cool. And actually, the world building that it kind of gets
Mm,
alluded to in the trailer and in the stuff that's dropped already sounds so cool. I love the
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I
Um,
was watching the trailer immediately before jumping on
mm,
our session to record, and I thought it opens up, and it is. I was thinking, how have they not been sued? Because this looks exactly like Aperture Science. It has the same kind of grey testing chamber walls. It's got that overgrown, gone to shit kind of vibe from Portal 2 when
mm,
I guess the facility's kind of been run down and everything. And then it becomes this, as you said, it becomes its own thing. You pick up this kind of gun, you've got the little smiley face, and then it's like a blend of like the gravity gun from Half-Life is very much like the Portal stuff from the Portal games, but then it seems to be using its elemental powers, if I can call it elemental powers. It's not really elemental powers, it's like gravity and physics. But then there seems to be a bit of like time travel or
mm.
manipulation to the puzzle solving as well. And I'm thinking, okay, it's coming into its own, it's doing its own things, it's really taking what Portal 2 did and then moving it forward. And of course, the Portal games are some of the greatest puzzle games ever made. And God, the humor and the writing of those games, if they can kind of equal that, not even come close to equaling it, not necessarily even topping it. It may not be. I mean, Stephen Merchant is as the robot in Portal 2 is just hilarious. So that writing is just
Yeah.
amazing. And of course, they got J.K. Simmons to do one of the like the founders of Aperture Science, who has this kind of VO stuff as well in the Portal 2. So I hope they have the capability to maybe bring in some world building voice talent as well.
Mm, mm.
But even if it is just like your character and this peppy, funny, melancholic, sassy gun that is talking to you, I think it could be another Portal 1 moment for
Yeah.
puzzle games. Anyway, Jamie, over to you, pal.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm a massive fan of Portal and Portal 2. I played both to absolute death. I've got nearly every achievement out of Portal 2, and there's a co-op one in there that haunts me because no one I knew had it. But the rest of them I've got. So at the time, yeah, just could not get that achievement. So, and it does. It looks incredibly Portal. It's one of those. It's definitely one of those games that part of your brain suspects that someone on the dev team started a fan project and then went, "Ooh, wait a minute, we've got something here." So looks great, and I'm a sucker for a talking gun or anything AI. I've got a real ever since the early days of reading 2000 AD and Rogue Trooper. I love when someone's equipment talks to them.
Mm.
So yeah, all in all, it just looks and it is beautiful looking, but it's definitely like Sarah said, it's a love letter to the color palette for a start
Mm.
is just a direct lift. And the aesthetic of all of the background texturing and stuff like that. Obviously, the weapon itself looks more military than the Aperture Science stuff, which looks a little bit more sleek. Um, and so it's got a different sort of look there. But all in all, but what really surprises me is this is the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Until you sent the show notes, I had no idea this existed. I have caught none of this. So I don't know what rock I've been living under, because this is the sort of thing that would normally pop on my radar. Because I love puzzlers and I love Portal 2 and Portal 2, and I love indie titles. So yeah, I don't know how the hell I missed out on this one, but
Yeah,
I am
I think
definitely
it's a
picking it up.
new. I think it's a new developer, and this is the first games. It's from Stubby Games, which again, it's a developer I've never heard of. So I'm guessing this is their first maybe kind of venture, and they're getting a lot of attention and eyes on them because of the Portal inspiration, and they're wanting to do their own kind of take on it as well. But I hope it does really well. I believe it's scheduled to come out November 3rd, so very very soon, which is why we're getting more previews and things dropping just now. But I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it's one of those games which the barrier to entry is quite smooth and easy. It's not going to be like an astronomically expensive costing game.
Mm, mm.
I mean, if it was a Game Pass game or a PlayStation Extra game, that would be fantastic because then you're getting that's where these subscription services can really benefit the indie devs because they're like myself and other games, we're gearing up for the God of War Ragnarok, which is coming, or you're saving your money for the big Call of Duty, which is coming, and the smaller games that look extremely experimental usually never get much of a look in. But if it's sliding into Game Pass or the PlayStation subscription service, then you're gonna just be able to dip into it for free, quote unquote free, because obviously it's not a free service, it's a sub service, but you know what I mean. It's a few bucks per month, and you're getting to just try it out and see if you like it.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, you're getting those that massive Twitch audience to say, "This is a title that is I just kind of picked up. I'm going to take a look at it." And all of a sudden, you're getting that heat generated of word of mouth say, you got to check out Entropy Center. It's Portal 3 by another name. It's amazing. Go check it out. That's obviously what we're hoping for. And we'll find out on November 3rd if that transpires to be the case. But looking
Mm.
forward to it very much so.
Yeah.